Have you ever felt the fear of being judged, especially during public speaking or meeting new people? It might be not just a shyness. You might have social anxiety disorder. Then, what should you do? Is there anything that could help you to overcome it? You should meet a psychiatrist. A psychiatrist? Why? So, let's begin. Social anxiety disorder is one of the most common mental illness which relates to the nervous system. The nervous system consists of vast neural networks. Signaling within these circuits permits all functions and sensations as well as thinking, language, feeling, learning, and memory. This is the nervous system. It has two main divisions, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. CNS consists of brain and spinal cord. Meanwhile, PNS consists of nerves. First, central nervous system. The brain, the most important organ in the human body. This is the brain anatomy. As you can see, it has several parts which specialize with different functions. On the lateral and sagittal views, we could observe the functional areas of the cerebral cortex, which consists of 1. Visual area, 2. Association area, 3. Motor function area, 4. Broca's area, 5. Auditory area, 6. Emotional area, 7. Sensory association area, 8. Olfactory area, 9. Sensory area, 10. Somatosensory association area, 11. Wernicke's area, 12. Motor function area, 13. Higher mental function, and functioning area of the cerebellum which form motor function. Meanwhile, spinal cord conducts information to and from the brain and controls reflex activities. Both the brain and the spinal cord are made of gray and white matter. The gray matter contains dendrites, neural cell body, and axon terminals. Meanwhile, white matter only contains axons. Next, peripheral nervous system, which is made of nerves. It has sensory neurons which carries information about the changes in internal and external environment to CNS, and motor neurons which act oppositely. Motor neurons operate in somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system has two subdivisions which are sympathetic, for example, fight or flight, and parasympathetic division, for example, rest and digest. So, how does nervous system develop? In the early development, notochord forms from mesoderm cells soon after gastrulation is completed. Then, signals from notochord cause inward folding of ectoderm at the neural plate. Later on, ends of neural plate fuse and disconnect to form an autonomous neural tube. At 4th week, human embryo showing the anterior end of the neural tube, which has specialized into 3 brain regions. At 6th week, the neural tube has differentiated into the brain regions present at birth. The central cavity, also known as lumen, shown in the cross-section will become the ventricles of the brain. At 11th week, the growth of the cerebrum is noticeably more rapid than that of the other divisions of the brain. At 14th week or during birth, the cerebrum has covered most of the other brain regions. Its rapid growth within the rigid confines of cranium forces it to develop a convoluted furrowed surface. The directions dorsal and ventral are different in the brain because of flexion in the neural tube during development. Do you want to know what are other common mental illnesses? Here they are. Schizophrenia, characterized by significant impairments in perception and changes in behavior. You guys must be familiar with the story of the guy who drew these pictures, right? Obsessive-compulsive disorder, just like its name, it's the presence of either obsession or compulsion but mostly both. Post-traumatic stress disorder, characterized by re-experiencing traumatic events in a vivid and distressing way, and depression, in which a person lacks positive affect, has low mood and range of associated emotional, cognitive, physical, and behavioral symptoms. Most of mental illnesses occur due to traumatic life events or ongoing stress, which can increase the risk of mental illness. Issues such as social isolation, domestic violence, relationship breakdown, financial or work problems can impact on mental health. However, sometimes there is no clear explanation on them, especially in case of demonic possession like in the horror movies, which beyond logical-based study. It also happens in real life, right? Would you believe someone could be spiritually disturbed, or would you say that it's just a hallucination? Usually, mental illnesses are treated with psychotherapy, support groups, medications, or hospitalization. But sometimes when the ailments are beyond explanation, religious beliefs will play a role. Anyhow, do you know the famous psychiatrist in Malaysia? Let me introduce you to Tan Sri Dr. Mahadevan Mahalingam, the father of modern psychiatry in Malaysia. He was one of the country's most sought-after psychiatrists and was the former chief psychiatrist to the government. During his early medical career, he undertook medical studies in Bangalore, India in 1961. 4 years later, he accepted an invitation to work with Professor John Stone in Dublin, Ireland. In 1965, he witnessed a violent roadside accident that caused the death of Muriel Hart and her pregnant daughter, while her husband, Leonard Hart, survived. Hence, Dr. Mahadevan used hypnosis to stabilize Leonard, which eventually saved his life. The British press went to the town with his story. Soon, father of modern hypnosis, John Hartland, invited him to London jointly present a series of lectures on the merits of hemorrhage management through hypnosis. He studied at Columbia University as he was sponsored by mysterious benefactor. There, he understudy of one of the most prestigious hypnotherapists, Herbert Spiegel. Then, later, he was offered to study at Harvard University by Professor Emeritus Chester Pierce. He returned and served at Hospital Bahagia Ulu Quinta, Perak, and implemented the new concepts and methods taught by Pierce. Prevention is better than cure. Thus, it's very important to mind our mental health. Please talk about your feelings to someone you're close with to get a good night's sleep. Poor sleep can affect your mental well-being just as how mental ill health affects your sleep. Please eat healthy and stay hydrated. A balanced diet can improve your mood. To get regular exercise, physical activities may enhance secretion of endorphins, which results in feeling good. Always keep in touch. Supportive friends and family members can help you deal with stresses of life, make you feel cared for, and offer a different view from whatever is going on in your head. Most of all, focus on positivity. Thank you for your attention. Don't worry, be happy.